Does an undeserved late Oxford goal mean that Ipswich Town's playoffs hopes are over or still hanging by a thread? This is the Blue Monday podcast. Hello and welcome to the Blue Monday podcast, discussing the town up or down since 2015. I'm Richard Woodward and you're tuned into our Final Whistle video special. Joining me to talk heartbreak at Oxford is Seb Brown. What a kick in the teeth, Seb.
Absolutely gutting, isn't it? You know, we played so well in that second half. We didn't deserve that at all. Everything was going for us, and it's a real sickener, isn't it? That's a proper gut punch because we played so well and deserved the 3 points.
And as always, we talked on the pre-match about Oxford and their threat, but it didn't really appear. There was some stuff in the first half, but as always, set pieces are kind of our enemy in both ends of the field now, aren't they? But the question, as we pitched at the start of the show, and I guess we need to get into that straight away, is that playoffs gone now? Shall I put the league table up very quickly?
Yeah, go on.
It
was looking a lot better in the 93rd minute as opposed to the 94th minute, wasn't it? Yeah, which for me, I think it's done, isn't it? I think, to be honest, after Portsmouth last week, I'd kind of written off our chances, but the results were going our way today, weren't they? At one point, it was down to four points because Sunderland and Wickham and everybody seemed to be 0-0 draws all above us. But unfortunately, you know, that for me, that's going to be the final nail in the coffin. I think I can't see us doing it. We can't string 3 wins back to back, as we know, and we're going to have to probably win all 7 of our remaining points. If we win 7, that's 21 points, which puts us on 7. Oh no, it's low. That's over 80 points. Yeah, that'd be fine to win all 7. Dead easy.
Yeah, to win all 7.
Dead easy.
Easy. I was looking so good. I mean, how good were we today? I mean, that performance, the goal at a really good time, and it's just a shame we didn't get that second. But even then, it was so late in the day, wasn't it? That's the heartbreaker there, isn't it?
That's what makes it so gutting. Yeah, I mean, first half I thought they were okay. Second half we just took complete control of the game, didn't we? We nullified their threats. We were playing really well, and it's just so frustrating because what was it, 30 seconds before the end of the game, and keeper comes up, etc. And it's so incredibly frustrating because based on that, certainly the second 45 minutes, we completely deserved to win that match.
You mentioned very briefly there the results elsewhere. I don't want to have to do this. We on the pod love talking about sliding doors moments. Is this kind of Kieran McKenna's 21-22 sliding doors moment? Let me put context around that question by showing you the scores elsewhere and just talking through them very briefly. We've got a draw for Sheffield Wednesday at Gillingham. We've got a draw for Wickham against Portsmouth. I've picked a really poor screenshot there, so I'll take that one down and just read them to you there. We had Portsmouth, Wickham. What else? What's Sunderland drew with Lincoln as well.
Lincoln drew away at Sunderland 0-0. So it was all going totally in our favour, wasn't it? And the league table was looking lovely. For me personally, I think when the dust settles at the end of the season, we're going to look back on that double drop points against Cheltenham and Morecambe in the same game week. As I think that's the moment which we'll look back on and think, if we'd have won 2 games we absolutely dominated and probably should have won, then it would have made today slightly easier to take. So for me, that was the real sliding doors for McKenna, but today's just such a big blow.
Worth mentioning, I mean, we're recording this straight after the game, literally kind of come on to this and recorded this video. Our mood, our emotion is kind of reflective of that kind of feeling that we had straight after the final whistle. But let me talk you through the games left, Seb, and let's just consider what points we've got. Plymouth next week is a tough one, isn't it?
It is, but they're not great away from home. They've got players missing, so I could see us winning that one, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm going to put this question back up because are the playoffs gone now? Is the question that folks travelling back and reacting later on will be thinking about? You know, I agree with you. There's a victory at Plymouth against Plymouth that's possible. Then it's Cambridge at home. #winnable. Isn't
very
it?
Much so. Yeah, very much so.
Away.
Yeah, I agree with that. Shrewsbury away, we should be winning as well. I agree with that one. And then you've got the big Easter back-to-back weekend, haven't you, of Rotherham on the Friday and Wigan on the Monday. But we don't win 3 games back-to-back. We've not done it all season, and you're probably going to have to win 5, 6 of these remaining 7 games to gate crash the playoffs, and I just can't see it being done now.
Oh, Seb, you're usually the positive one on the pre-match show.
Well, we played so well. You know, the positivity is how well we played in that second half. We were in complete control of the ball. You know, we spoke on the pre-match about Oxford like to dominate the ball and stuff, and we nullified them. You know, we nullified the threat. We did a great job on their danger men in Matty Taylor and Cameron Brannigan, and we were knocking the ball around really nicely. Burns was coming more and more into the game. Selena pops up at the ideal moment, but you know, it's a real kick in the teeth, isn't it, this one?
Yeah, we've talked about the threat that Oxford had, and as you say, that was nullified. But Walton's had nothing to do second half, has he? And I thought we'd managed that game so well, but one of those ones. That's football. That's Ipswich. You know, peak Ipswich, isn't it? That kind of stuff. Worth talking about what's coming up on the pod. Obviously, this is just an instant reaction for the full kind of blow by blow and talk through what it means in more detail. The flagship show will be out on Monday morning at the very latest. Mikey in the host chair, joined by Joe and Dave, I believe.
Yeah.
And they'll be also talking about the big match between West Ham United women and ITFC women in the FA Cup, also on Sunday as well. So more reaction there, maybe a little less emotional than us, but gutting, Seb, isn't it? And more League One football possibly in our future. But maybe a positive thought to finish on. The performances under McKenna have been so good, haven't they? Oh, yeah. That one today should have been a win. You know, we'll talk about the nearly moments at the end of the season here, but it bodes so well that we are turning up teams like Oxford. You know, another blooming League One game against Oxford, which ends in a draw. At least we scored, eh? But I guess the question I'd ask is, to finish on, is would you take scraping into the playoffs this season and maybe losing in them, or perhaps something even more magical next season?
Yeah, I mean, next year could be what we thought 19-20 was going to be after 10 games. You know, we were 10 points clear at the top of the table. The way we're playing under McKenna is so great to watch. It's so exciting. I cannot wait to see what he can do with the players with a full pre-season. You know, we get the likes of Edwards back, exciting players who he can really get his teeth into and look to coach and improve. And yeah, next year could be absolutely superb, because in the 15, 16 games he's taken over, it's been brilliant. Let's be honest, hasn't it? You know, we feel like we're in really, really good hands, both on and off the pitch at the moment. And yeah, we might finish 8th or 9th this season, but what an amazing season next year could be.
Seb, thank you for your time. Thank you everyone for watching. We tried to find the positives there, but heartbreaking stuff for Ipswich Town. We go again next week. Thank you for watching.